Welcome to another exciting episode of Partner Up. Today, we are discussing scaling with technology, how partnering with Zoho has transformed Nigerian businesses. Zoho is a global technology powerhouse and it has been making waves in the Nigerian ecosystem for quite a bit. The company has grown its partner network significantly and now is helping businesses in Nigeria scale effectively and efficiently. With over 50 plus partners across various sectors, Zoho Suite has actually enhanced the different tools that businesses uses, empowering businesses to grow. My name is Alera Boyo, and I am your co-host for today. Unfortunately, Amanda is unable to make it at the show, but we have good news to share with you guys regarding Amanda's project, so don't worry, right? Today we have, and amidst all the issues we're experiencing, we have an amazing person today, which is the country director, the country manager of Zoho. Kehinde is joining us today. But before we unveil our guests, I hope you guys are following us. I hope you guys are subscribed to our YouTube channel, and I hope you guys are going to comment on today's episode. So today's episode, we're actually discussing how businesses can scale with technology. And of course, you have to use the right technology in scaling. I hope that is actually, you've put that in your head. Okay, so super. So this week, we are talking about technology transforming businesses. And one of the names that stands out is Zoho. Joining us today is someone who has actually created amazingness in this space, and he knows the space inside out. We'll be right back with our guest, and our next segment is called the wellness check-in. You know how important wellness check-in is for us, right? Please stick around, and we'll be right back after this break. Welcome back, and thank you so much for tuning in. If you are just watching, this is Partner Up. I need you guys to actually subscribe to our YouTube channel. Yes, that's where you're watching us from right now. So click the subscribe button and make sure that you comment whenever you're watching this show. We want you to share your insights. We want you to tell us what you think about how businesses have actually used partnership in growing. And for this specific episode, ask us questions, regarding how you can thrive with partnership, or even if you would like to connect with our guest. Please remember to follow us on Instagram at partnerup_AB World for the latest updates on all things partnership, and share with your guests, your colleagues, and also your friends. So, the man of the hour, hi. See, when I got feedback from my team that, oh guys, reach out to Zoho, and I was like, Kehinde is too busy. He's hardly around. Are you sure he's going to be available to come on this show? But I'm so grateful that you were able to make it, even though it was short notice. Thank you.
Thank you for
having me.
having me.
How are you doing today?
I'm fantastic. How are you?
I'm very well, thank you. And you came super early.
Yes,
I love that. Like too early. And I was like, you're even earlier than me. But I mean, I love that. I respect that. Can you give us, before we jump into the segment, which is wellness?
Yeah.
So for us, we take wellness really seriously. And this is coming from, personally, I've had a couple of experiences from my past employment about, how I've been able to handle several things. And I started growing and building anxiety in the whole process of growing at work. And sometimes nobody advises you, nobody tells you. I mean, today's topic for our wellness segment, we're actually going to be talking about the ways you can ask for help, because a lot of the time, mostly when you're in your job, they'll advise you to be independent. You have to do it by yourself. You have to focus and do it. So tell me, to you, when it comes to wellness check in your own organization, how do you handle your team to make sure that they are mentally okay?
That's a really good question, actually, because personally for me, I think it's very important for your employees to actually feel good about what they do.
Yeah.
And one thing we've done very well at my organization is to actually put that as priority. So I want to make sure that you actually like coming to work. So I normally ask the people this question, my colleagues. I will say, when you wake up in the morning, you're like, I'm going to work. What is your expression? Is it, I have to go to work? Oh, yeah, I'm going to work. And I try to ask that like once a month or twice a month.
Nice.
And then they say, anytime they're coming to work, they are super happy. And that is because you've been able to create an environment that is positive, that is enhancing. It's not just about working.
I agree.
You have to build friendship and relationship. And even though I tell them that you don't have to be friends with your colleague, but you need to be friendly.
Yeah.
with your colleagues. That's why when you come to work, it's easier for you, all the burden and everything, you just forget about it. Create an environment, a workspace that is toxicity free.
Toxic free, yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
a lot of people are going through a lot in their own personal life.
You don't want to know. You don't want to know. It's crazy. And in fact, I was talking to somebody yesterday, a very close person of mine, and early in the morning, we had our first conversation, like maybe before 8 o'clock. I was like, okay, I'll call you back. And the I will call you back was that our mood had already changed.
Oh, wow.
Her hands, she said her right hand was shaking. So she was feeling like nerve, like, I don't know, like anxiety, but her hand was shaking. And that's not a good sign. And I was asking her, like, why? She said she has been going through so much stress at work. Somebody just called her regarding an issue. And it's not like she's afraid, but it's just the anxiety that comes with corporate work pressure. It's driving like a lot of people nuts. And for me, amplifying this conversation is very important as far as I'm concerned.
I agree with you. I actually believe that anxiety comes with corporate work is the way you manage it as the management. So sometimes, when you're trying to employ people, you need to understand their vibe, their spirit, and all of that.
Yeah.
And I think you have to be intentional as an employer to make sure that you create that environment that people can actually approach you with their personal problem or their work problem. And I also believe that it is very important for any organization to create a room for failure.
Right.
Embrace failure.
Because you don't know it all.
You don't know it all. And also, too, when you don't fail, you cannot succeed.
Yeah.
And then, there is no success without failure. You need to fail and fail again, and then you learn, and then you now apply that. So when you create an environment for failure, people know that, okay, even if I make mistakes, nobody's going to chastise me and scold me and all of that. They will come to you, and then you help them resolve it. So that is very important when it comes to an organization.
I like that. So, guys, for Wellness Check today, we are going to talk about asking for help. And asking for help in a way that we are going to break, like, I'm being intentional about this. We're going to break the stigma, and we're going to boost mental wellness and mental health in corporate spaces. Like, so many professionals are really going through, they're not able to create like personal setting or boundaries and being able to handle certain type of pressure. So if we are going to do our own part by amplifying the conversation, talking more about it and putting it in people's faces, we're going to do it. So like I said, today we're talking about asking for help, and it's very important that you need to understand how beneficial it is for yourself and for also productivity. If you want to be more productive, asking for help, hey God, it will save you time.
Yes.
It will save you stress. I remember when I moved from customer experience, I was supervising the customer experience team back at Sterling, and I was going to move to marketing, and I'd never done marketing before. So it meant I had to like unlearn what I had known to now relearn a new thing. And I had a lot of anxiety because I was afraid of making mistake. This is somebody that was a supervisor managing almost 20-something people. You're now going to a new department that you're going to become an omoshe, more like the person taking the the instructions. And because I was learning a new career, I was scared because I'm like, I'm too old to make certain mistake. Or if I say this thing, how would they look at me? If I say this thing, they'll think I'm dumb, And in several meetings, I would have an idea. I would want to speak up, but that fear, that imposter syndrome, like, I'm new now. What do you know?
What do you know?
Why you do want to talk? And I learned the hard way. Guys, I want us to quickly play a clip. We'll come back right after this clip. We'll continue our wellness check. Please stay with us. Okay, thank you for staying with us. So I was going to play a clip shortly, but we have a little bit of technical issues. So the video I wanted to play was of Simon Sinek talking about asking for help shamelessly. If you know Simon Sinek, like, I'm a huge fan of Simon Sinek. I think one of our episodes later this year, I'm going to play the shout out he did for GrowthCon in July. I mean, that's like another testimony that I would like to share with you guys. But Simon has been pushing wellness in corporate space for a very long time. And that video, he was saying something around, let's amplify, being able to ask for help. Because you may think that you know it all, or you think that if I ask for help from this person, the person will make me look like less of a professional. But I mean, thankfully, I keep talking about Premier Business Network because joining that community has actually changed a lot of things for me, mostly my perception about regarding a lot of things. In that business community, there are founders and top executives who share insights and nuggets that even me, when I was a new founder, I was like, okay, I'm in the right space because these people are encouraging you to ask for help. People that have done it for 20 years, 30 years, they are there to say, okay, you know what, I'm willing to hold your hands to help you through the process. And that's how you would win.
There's no point in you experiencing other people experience. Learn from their experience.
This thing that you just said, Kenny.
You know,
This thing that you just said, there are some people that want you to do a bit
go
to go
through the
through.
same.
Yes, I know one person very well that she would categorically tell you that in my time when I was in this place, I went through blah blah blah. So you guys are having it easy. Any little thing, mental health. You guys are using mental health to pretend.
Mental health is very important.
And for me, I'm like, he's like, you don't understand. First of all, I have my own demons I'm fighting. Then I'm spending most of my time at work, 8 hours every day, Monday to Friday. Like you said, I will wake up in the morning and I am filled with anxiety. I'm afraid. And it's not like there's a specific thing I'm afraid of. It's just that
environment.
What's going to happen today?
Yes, that environment. And also, too, when you have anxiety about work, it's not actually about you. It's about the way people perceive your work, So workspace needs to be conducive.
Yeah.
So anxiety is very real. I mean, sometimes when I have some meetings, I have to I would not sleep overnight. I have okay, I need to read and study, do my research and all of that. And then after all of that, I'll be like, oh,
done
that, Now, but I think it's very important for people to really ask for help. I don't know it all. I like to read.
Yeah.
Even I'm going to say, okay, Kenny, what is your name? That is the question. I will go back and check my name again. Preparedness.
Yeah.
So I have satisfied my own conscience. I have prepared for this thing. Whatever comes. I will undo it. And also asking for help is very important. I think at some point in my own career too, I find it difficult asking people for help. I'd rather figure it out on my own.
Yeah.
But then I'm like, I'm wasting so much time.
Yes.
And then what I know or what I'm finding out today might not be relevant tomorrow.
I agree.
Things are changing. I can learn from you. Okay, Alero, how do you do this? How can I do this?
Yeah.
How can I get help? They're like, oh, call this person, call that person. And before you know it,
yes,
the problem you've been magnifying in your head, it's already
that has happened
resolved.
to me a lot. When I started my career, I keep thinking, when I think about it, it was a good memory. But again, I'm grateful to God that where I am today, it was through help. And like I said, I will keep shouting about Premier Business Network because they helped me.
That's great.
In a lot of ways. Afraid to try, you will enter the ocean and you will swim. You won't drown. You will swim. Why? Because there are people there to hold your hands. So guys, whether it's delegating a task at work or simply asking for advice or for support when needed, ask. Right? Are we good with that? Yes, please. We're going to ask. So we're going to be moving to the next segment, which is diving into the conversation. So guys, we've talked about your mental health, which is most important. And I'm glad that Kenny has given us a couple of tips as to how he handles it, mostly with his team, because he's managing an amazing set of people in Lagos. Like, I've met Kenny's team, and these guys they are sharp men and women. Well done. No, really, well done. Because you've really created an environment for your team that, I mean, when I talk to Jesse or I talk to Tayo or even Kachi, I see the way, it's a culture thing. When you talk to one person or two people, you'll be like, but when you now see, oh, this is how it is in this place, it's really great. So guys, we're going to take a quick break and then we'll come back and, dive into the conversation. Do stay with us. Okay, let's go. Thank you for sticking around. If you're just tuning in, this is PartnerUp. We'd love to hear from you. We'd love to hear your thoughts on the topic. Please drop a comment or just send us a message via DM. We have our YouTube channel, official Upgrade TV, and on Instagram at PartnerUp_AB World. So, I want to read Kenny's bio before we jump into the topic. And the bio is pretty short. No, don't worry. I'm not going to read the long thing. You go and check Kenny. Go and look for Kenny on LinkedIn. Kenny has done amazing things with his journey across various sectors before he even joined Zoho. And right now, being the country manager for Zoho, Kenny has actually done amazing work. He heads the Zoho business development and expansion in West Africa. He specializes in understanding each business's unique needs and guiding them through their digital evolution, leveraging his skills and experience to drive their successes. He understands and he's been able to, build different businesses vertical, uniquely positioning him to bring Zoho solution to ease their business process. I can testify to this. So this is not just hyping Kenny. This is work that I have seen. Congratulations, Kenny, and welcome to the show.
Thank you.
Officially. So first of all, how do you feel today? Let's just round that up. How do you feel today?
I woke up this morning feeling grateful. I think
it.
it's very important to be grateful for what you can do and what you are currently. And I also think when I wake up any morning and I'm going out, especially I'm happy about working, And I think when it comes to work, everybody around me know that Kenny's work is very serious. And it's because I enjoy it. I don't consider it work, because when I go out every day and I get to speak to one person, maybe one customer, I'm very sure that I'm impacting their life positively.
Yeah.
And then, technology has taken over the world. I'm an advocate of technology.
100%.
Automation, automate. Talk to me, I will see, okay, you know what? If I can reduce one bit of your stress with technology, I will take it.
Love it.
So I feel great.
And that's what Zoho basically is doing, relieving one's stress with technology. I'm going to ask the first question now. So how did Zoho decide to enter the Nigerian market, and what was the major thing that made them choose Nigeria and, for their strategic expansion? Why did they choose Nigeria?
Okay. One other thing that I would like to say is I'm a pro-Nigerian guy. When they say pro-Nigeria, I always advocate for Nigeria. I also think that we have to represent ourselves better.
Yeah.
So your composure, the way you speak, the way you relate with people, and all of that. And that is to say that we should not be selling ourselves short. In far back as 2019, Zoho, we've seen opportunity in this market. We have young talent, we have young population, thriving economy. People are always up and running. So those are the things that we see, and we said, okay, you know what, we have customers in Lagos, in Nigeria, why don't we just go and set up our office there? Let's move closer to them. So we're trying to give them personalized experience with Zoho. We're trying to localize our products and services, and also there is something that happens when you can speak to your customer directly. They can approach you, tell you their problem, and then you can resolve it. So that is one of the reasons. I think Nigeria poses a good potential for market expansion. And also there's an opportunity for us to also help with the digital transformation for these organizations in this country. So
okay, super. But did you experience any challenge in the process? Because I know entering the market, first of all, it wasn't really easy for you to make that decision and to convince Global and say, hey, out of all the countries in West Africa, come to Nigeria. So what were the challenges that you experienced when you were coming?
I would say it's a typical challenge of adoption, So I'm going to be speaking from the technology perspective and then the business part, maybe eventually. When it comes to the adoption of technology, we need to actually see that people are ready for technology. I will say that Nigerians can also be slow when it comes to adopting technology. Post-COVID, that was when we saw an uptick in acceptance of these technologies. Now, business owners, they were like, they cannot go out. They can't do anything. They can't do much. So now they are forced to look for something that will help them continue to do their business. So I think the challenge was adoption, and also to, Nigerians, we kind of like to glorify the popular brands. I shop from the UK. I have somebody that will say, oh, this is from the UK. I'll be like, and so what? We have better in Nigeria. What do you mean?
At the end of the day, it's not our leather and our things that they're
exactly.
taking.
And Nigerians try to glorify some of these things. And then there is that gap of, it's not sustainable for businesses. You cannot be paying this much amount of money because you just want to make up appearances. We have the software and technology to help you. So I think the first few years of our existence in this country, that was the thing that was trying to change.
Okay.
The perception of the brand. At the same time, trying to let people know that you can actually get quality service at an affordable rate without breaking your bank. Affordability.
We're going to get to pricing, but now that we've talked about affordability, let me bring that one to the front. Putting pricing, because I see that if you check on Zoho's website, when the price in dollars is very different from the price, there's something that you did.
That I did.
Like when I talk to partners about it, so handling partnerships, we have Premier Business Network is a consulting partner for Zoho, amongst many other organizations that have support. Zoho has a lot of consulting partners, and I must say for a fact that they are very strategic in choosing And right now, being able to support Zoho is something that I was even excited. I became a Texas. Zoho made me a Texas.
That's good.
Actually, it did. Zoho made me a Texas. And when we check the website and I see in dollars, if you click on Naira, and you go and do the mathematics again.
The math is not mathing.
Because when I convert the dollar to Naira, and then I now toggle the Naira button and I'm still like, wait, what conversion? Sure? Yes, what conversion are you guys using? In fact, I couldn't do the conversion. I think it was Jesse that now explained to me that don't even stress yourself with conversion. Like Nigeria is special.
Yes.
So I want to ask you now.
All right.
How, before that pricing, how did you convince management to say, okay, for the Nigerian market, we want to make sure that the price point is very affordable. Yes. So
it's not even about convincing the management. I mean, the Zoho culture generally is customer satisfaction. There is no point in selling something that people cannot buy. They see value in it. Even when I talk to the business owners, I'm like, okay, this thing, the value. You need it. You need the mobile phone.
Yeah.
But at what cost? If I cannot afford it, I won't get it. Now, in 2020 was when we introduced the local pricing for the first time. As at that time, let's say a typical CRM will cost about $30. And up until that time, people were paying in USD. Mind you, during the last administration, they reduced dollar spending to $20 per month. You remember during 2019,
yes,
2020.
Yes.
Now, business owners that are depending on a particular software that is not locally manufactured in this country, they have to pay in USD.
Yes.
So there was that problem. So a lot of our customers have issue making payments, and then we need to probably extend or wait or downgrade. So it's affecting their business. They cannot move forward.
They can't do much.
So when you now sat down, we're like, okay, what can we do? Let us introduce the local pricing. So what we did that time was that if the price is $30 off the shelf, we're like, okay, if you are from Nigeria, we are giving you at least 35 to 40% discount automatically.
Wow.
Because we are changing to Naira.
Yeah.
And also, too, inflation rate has been going up since 4 years ago. Exchange rate has not been stable.
It's been crazy.
So it's coming from the perspective of we want business owners to actually thrive. We don't just want you to buy software and then use it and pay us. We want you to get value for the money. So we understand the market. We understand that business owners need support. So that was why we introduced the local pricing, and the local pricing is it's a lot cheaper.
In fact, some people that are
USD.
living in the US and other countries, when they speak to us, they're like, "Oh no, I'm not saying Naira. I'm still saying dollars." And I'll be like, "Okay, you need to change your setting to Nigeria."
Let's
because I'm sorry, the location is reading America.
Come back to
so
Nigeria.
If you want to pay Naira, change it to Naira, and it works for some people.
It works for some people, and I think it's also very encouraging for business owners to see that there is a particular company that is compassionate and particular about their growth.
You guys are doing partiality. Because it's just like, I think it was last year when you were going to change, upgrade your pricing.
Yes.
Somebody came and said, Zoho is changing price. Oh my God, it's going to be expensive. Even me, I was afraid. But for me to now come back and see the price, I was like,
what has changed?
Nothing changed now. Even when you check 1 year, if your 1 year is like 14,000 for the highest plan, almost 14,500 if you're paying for 1 year, multiply by 12. And there are some people that when they do their mathematics, other brands, they are still operating in dollars.
Yes.
And then Nigeria is not telling you, pay this one. A lot of people rush.
Alero, the truth is that even to change that price for us was we had to sit down, ruminate over it. Is it affordable for people? See, it's very important for you when you're doing business to understand that, okay, you have a business for people to buy.
Yes.
The business owners, are they making that money? You understand?
The money that you want them to pay.
True. Are they making the money? So it was a serious decision, deliberate decision for us, and then it was necessary for us to continue running and providing the quality of service. I mean, the goods that we're giving you, to give you that same quality. We just needed to add a little bit of that so that we can sustain our business. Okay. And you win. It's a win-win product for us.
Okay.
So you pay affordable rates. We give you world-class products. So it's
actually
Very
lovely.
intentional about our clients.
I like that. Let me ask you around partnerships. Yeah. From when you started, what was the decision to pick? Well, I don't want to say pick, but you had key partnership that you started with.
Yeah.
Would you be able to call some names for us? We can say, okay, for the past 4-5 years now, what are the key partnerships that Zoho has used in excelling in this market?
Yes, I might not be able to call some names. I've got some.
I was hoping I could do that.
You wanted to chip that in, yes. But I will tell you the idea behind it. See, I always believe that there is nothing. So they say if you want to go fast, you go alone.
Yeah,
if you want to go far, you go with people.
Yes.
You know, Zoho is a multinational company that we have presence in many countries, right? Then Nigerian market as a case study. The thing is, we are in this market. However, we have people in this market that they've built communities of SMEs. They've built communities of startups. They've built business on their own, connections and all of that. How can we leverage their existing database and then collaborate that with our world-class products and give those people world-class solution? So that was the idea behind it. And we went out and we started working with SMEs community, startup ops. We have Zoho for startup. We have Zoho for SMEs, Zoho for enterprise. You know, we work with big organizations in this country so that we can partner with them so that the member of that society, of that community. They can get our products, even at maybe at an affordable rate or with a sort of incentive. And apart from that, we've done a lot of training. You know, women empowerment or empowering program for communities. We want to empower you so that you know that I think that technology has come to stay, but at some
100%.
point too, people are lacking the area of knowledge and education. So I'm telling a business owner, a market woman, that you need to have a CRM. They are probably in CRM.
They don't
for the first
understand.
time.
Yes. And you even have the lower one,
The
begin.
begin, you know,
Yes.
and you're talking to them, so you look like, okay, you're speaking too much English. And mind you, when you say tech in this country, people think it's coding, programming.
Yes.
It's like, I don't have the energy. But you need to now sit down with them and tell them, no, you know,
not like
if you can use WhatsApp, if you can use social media to send message and receive message, you can use technology to run your business.
100%.
It is that simple.
It's very simple.
Yeah.
I think Begin is even like I think one of my partners used it for their SMEs that they were working with. They're like, oh, they don't need the big CRM. They should just use Begin.
Yeah.
And then Zoho has different things for different people. So I want to talk about the products that you have, or rather the ranges of solutions. Zoho has 55 plus suits.
More than 55.
More than 55. And they are cut across various sectors.
Business unit, yes.
Like sales, marketing,
Human resource, finance, project management, legal, even e-learning, productivity, workplace tools,
app creation with
Zoho
Creator.
Creator.
Hi, I saw that thing. I was like, wait.
Have you ever tried Zoho Creator?
I had you because Zoho Creator has templates inside, so you don't even need to build from scratch. If, for instance, you are in the pharmaceutical space, you run a pharmacy. If you go to Zoho Creator, there's already a format already there for you. Download and just start using. If you're doing logistics, there's already like a form, like it's a template that is already plug and play.
Yes, so
very simple.
Zoho Creator, like we call it, is a low-code, no-code platform. So you don't need to code. Even if you have to code, it will be low.
Very little.
So it's just like an idea of drag and drop. You know, I want my picture on the top, put your picture there. You want something on the left, put it there. So drag and drop. And what you just need is common sense and logic. You know, this is how I want my business to run. So with Zoho Creator, we help you bring that your vision to life.
Lovely.
Just drag and drop. You can build a website yourself within 1 hour, you know, and you will publish it and everything is working fine.
Yeah.
You know, that is what we're trying to do. Now, think of that from the business owner perspective. You have a business idea, you have everything, you have it in your head, and you want your website to go live, and you can do that within 24 hours.
24 hours. And you don't even have to spend so much money to pay developers,
this and that. And you can always go back and update your website with new information and all of that. So the ease of doing business with technology has really exponentially improved your market standing.
In fact, a friend of mine mentioned, so my business, and because I'm making it tech enabled, because I basically started without making it tech enabled, but thankfully with Zoho it's possible. So one of my partners was telling me that we can white label our customers' CRM platform. So when we handle partnership, our partners have partners. So the partners that we get for our partners are like their own partners. And when we are giving our updates on CRM, we always like our partners to also be able to see, you know, the productivity that we have done. So a lot of the time, yes, we have our weekly reports, but the partner can just go on the CRM and it's already white labeled with their own brand. And when I saw the demo, I was like, okay.
Fantastic.
Okay. And I was already thinking of the, hey, God, how much will I spend to get a developer to design this thing for me? And this works. As a consulting partner for Zoho, one of the things that we've been able to achieve, I mean, with our business partner, Premier Business Network, is that we do sector-based type of trainings and webinars. So we know that for you to reduce your productivity spend, for you to reduce your OPEX, you need to use the right tools. So we say, okay, hey, if you're in HR, you want to be able to know how to use the Zoho people platform.
Yeah.
Come on this webinar. We'll get an expert from Zoho to come and talk about it. And we even do trainings as well for these people. So I would say, thank you for the opportunity to be able to do that. Tell us, what is your favorite Zoho product? 5. Because it's 50 something.
It's
so
50
just
something.
choose 5.
Because when you say favorites, I will be like,
let's do 5.
I'll give you Zoho 1 because Zoho 1 is entirely everything.
Okay.
Actually, I think I'm also a little bit biased when it comes to products, because you have to think like a businessman, because that is where I work. I need to help you understand why you need to use a software.
Right.
So I would say the first one is anything that will enhance my sales and shorten my
Number
sales
1.
cycle. Sales.
Yes.
And that would be Zoho CRM.
CRM.
Zoho CRM is a fantastic tool that will help you optimize the way you currently sell. You know, from pipeline to pipeline, all the funnels, follow up, and everything relating to your sales you can manage that with Zoho CRM. When you move to the next product, which is marketing application, I believe that as a business owner, you need to send emails. This is 2024.
Automated.
If you're not sending emails to your clients to tell them what you're doing, you don't need to sell anything to them. Just give them updates. Send them newsletter. You know, every week or once a month, let them know what your business has been doing. When you are right in their faces, when they need something, your brand will come at the top of the list.
Top of mind.
You know, so it's very important. So sales and marketing, and for marketing, we have Zoho campaigns for email marketing. And apart from that, this is the age for social media, right? We have about maybe 9 of them now. You have Instagram, Facebook, LinkedIn, Google My Business, TikTok, Snapchat, and all of that. How do you consolidate all these things and manage them as a business owner? How do you enhance the power that this thing hold in this community today? You know, so we have a product for that as well too, and that will consolidate everything, give you all your reach. I even got to know recently that there's even between reach, impression, engagement, and all of those. So, and these are very important data for business owner. So you know your reach, you know who is engaging your lead, your content. So it makes it easier for you to make decisions. So that is the second one. That was the third one. The next one is after sales support. You know, when you've shouted about your product being amazing, they've purchased the product, you've posted on social media and all of that, how do you support your customer? It is very important for you to support them. You know, when they want to reach out to you, how do you prioritize it? Your open rate, your response time, the SLAs. So we have Zoho Desk, which is the fourth, and the fifth one, I would say, is finance, because I like money. Everybody wants to make money.
We all love money.
How do you record and manage all of your finances? So you need a finance application to manage that. So that is the 5. And the cherry on top will not be productivity. You need to have an official email address. Gone are the days when you are using Ymail, Gmail. For business owners,
you should have your own domain.
Doesn't work. You need to have your domain. So Alero at
your business name.
Yes, you know, it gives you credibility.
It does.
When you send me email from Gmail, trust me, I will read it. I'm not saying I will not, but
I won't take it seriously. I agree.
But if it's from a domain like Kehinde at Zoho.com, oh, this is Zoho, it gives me that kind of credibility, your business credibility.
Yes.
You know, and that is how you need to think like
you don't even have to even start, because when I started, I had an idea that I wanted to start a partnership company.
Yeah.
I spoke to a friend and he said, quickly go and pay for your domain so that nobody else will take it. And then before I could afford, because I couldn't afford to pay for my own Zoho platform, you guys have a way of somebody else, like another domain, can add another domain. Yes, so Femi was able to add my domain to his own company domain. Yes, and I was able to use it. So when I eventually was able to afford,
that's not good for your business.
No. I eventually had to move
out of it.
Yes, because when I now started making money that I could afford to pay for my own subscription, immediately it was even Tired that helped me. I sent an email, they discontinued that one, created my own account, and separately. I could add people, I could add staff, because then it was just me. Yeah. Now I have the money, I can add staff, and it was easy.
Hey, money bag, come on.
No, but the progress has been interesting because we use the right technology.
Exactly.
And it's the same thing that we said earlier, having the right set of people to help you. It's important. I got help. My success today is help. Like,
now imagine if you didn't ask for help.
Do you understand?
Just trying to figure it out on your own.
I asked for help. I asked for help in everything that I do, including the technology. I asked for help. We're going to be taking a quick break. Thank you so much, Kenny. You've given us the insights today. We're going to come. Kenny is coming back again sometime in December or maybe January, because we need to talk about another aspect of the Zoho product. But we're going to be taking a quick break, and when we come back, we're going to be wrapping up the conversation. Please stay with us. Looking to take your business to the next level through partnerships? Then join us every Thursday at 10 a.m. for PartnerUp.
Whether you're an entrepreneur, marketing, sales, or partnership professional, PartnerUp is here to give you the tools you need to succeed.
From in-depth interviews with industry experts
to real-world case studies of successful partnership strategies that drive innovation and business growth.
we dive deep into what it takes to form successful partnerships.
Thursdays, 10 a.m.
Don't miss PartnerUp. Thank you for staying with us. What an inspiring conversation we've been having with Kenny. And I mean, the takeaway today is that you have to choose the right technology. That's number one. The power of technology in scaling business is very important when it comes to strategic partnerships. And, Zoho basically has impacted on a lot of businesses with tools that have made life easy for a lot of people. And Kenny has actually driven this conversation by giving us a lot of insight as to how best you can choose the right technology in scaling your business the right way. And then, making sure that if you need help, you ask for help. So Kenny, to wrap up this conversation, what would be the advice you would give to anybody who would like to distribute your products?
I think approach us.
Right?
Yes, we have a partner program, and I think one of the ideas behind the partner program is to also help the local businesses also grow. Mm-hmm. We know we have a good product that is world class. Of course, you've used it. You can attest to that.
Yeah.
How can we also help businesses that provide solution or consulting firm? Mm-hmm. You just want to be a freelancer. How can you help us sell those products to the end users? Mm-hmm. But at the same time, you can also, make a little bit of reward from it, Mm-hmm. So if you want to partner with us, it's very easy. We have a website. Just go on the website and put Zoho Partner Program, mm-hmm. Sign up for it, and you can partner with us. And also, too, if you have initiative about, you have a community you're working with and you think this community would need something that we provide on our platform, you can approach us, send us an email, we'll take it very seriously, because I think I don't take partnership very serious, very
easy,
lightly.
Yeah.
I think it's very important. It's a very serious business. And also too, because you and I both know that what we are doing is actually really, really impacting a business owner. If you can help a business owner make maybe $1,000 more than what she made yesterday, it's going to be a game changer for their business, So it is very important. So just approach us, come to us, let us know, and then we'll see what we can do to help you.
Okay, super. So I want to ask one last question. I mean, I said last question before. Let me just ask this one.
It's always
Sorry,
last
it's because
question.
it's you now. You talking to you is always very interesting. Even before we started the show, we had already started talking about certain things. I want to ask you around partnership.
Yes.
Going forward, I mean, I know that your team have been working on the strategy for 2025 for the past 2 months. I mean, Taya has been on my case. So going forward for 2025, what is your plan for partnerships?
I think my major focus next year is to actually empower our partners. I think it's very important to give them all the right tools, all the support and everything they need in the market, because when you succeed, we succeed. Mm-hmm. And what we also consider our partners as an extension of our family. That's very interesting, extension of Zoho family. So what we're trying to work on with our partners next year is going to be empowerment. Let's see how we can do a lot of activities together, co-marketing activities, enhance your brand as well on top of what we've done in the market. And if you have a particular niche of what you're trying to do, approach us, come to us. We will see how we can work together.
I think that was how we met.
Yeah.
Bola, the founder of PartnerUp Business Network, he mentioned that because we've been looking for you. Mostly him is like, where is Zoho? Like, I want to know where Zoho Nigeria is. And he was like, the moment he found you guys, like, where have you guys been?
Yes.
Like, I've been looking for you. So that is great. So we have a comment. So one of our viewers this is great as usual. That's the show. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
And she said, can we have support contact details, like a number of entrepreneurs? Say a number of entrepreneurs want to know how to connect with Zoho's tech support. Yes.
Oh, yes.
Because let me not lie. I know that we've been saying great things about Zoho since.
I keep saying
support.
Yeah.
Has been something, and again, that is one thing about our partnership that I'm very happy about. You take your feedback and you hold on to it, and you make sure that there's a solution.
Yes.
So support is something that a lot of people have been like concerned about regarding Zoho. So please, can you like touch around Zoho support?
Yes. I apologize for anybody that's unable to reach us. I actually believe what I tell people is, if you need anything from Zoho, go to Google. Google is your best friend. If you go to the website, Google now, and you type Zoho Nigeria support number, you will find 2 numbers that we have on our website for you to contact us in Nigeria. Apart from that, you can actually do a walk-in to our office. And like you know, right, I have a team in Nigeria that is actually handling the local requirements, local market. You know, when people cannot reach us, probably maybe because of network or they are too busy. But I think moving forward, we're going to take that very seriously. And trust me, I can give you a number now if you want. I can say, send us an email. We have a local dedicated email address, mea-support@zohocorp.com, right? Or come to our office in Lekki Phase 1. You know, our address is on the website. Phone number is on the website. Reach out to us. Especially if you say it's from Kenny. Somebody.
That's the password, though. You know when you say open sesame? I mean, is it open sesame? So
yes.
Just put Kenny's name by the door.
Say,
Kenny.
Kenny said I should call you.
Enter. It's just like when you say, it's just meant for Kenny to tell you when you go to the bank, tell them my name.
Get that power. Even Dangote doesn't have it.
I wish. But I mean, this has been a very interesting conversation. Before we close, I want to say a big thank you to our guest, Kenny. Thank you so much for making it here today. It's an honor to have you in our presence, and thank you again for sharing these invaluable insights with us. Of course, we would like to say a big thank you to all of you that is tuning in. We know that you have other things to do, but you always keep, this is a date for us, 10 o'clock every Thursday. You guys are always, ready to listen to our issues and conversations around partnership, and I'm very grateful. Amanda is also very grateful. Like I said, Amanda has plenty gist for you people. So the reason why she's not here today, next week she's going to give us that gist. I won't be the one telling us again about the gist. So guys, be sure to subscribe to our YouTube channel, Official Upgrade TV, and follow us at PartnerUp_AB World for the latest updates when it comes to partnership and everything that you need to know about partnership. You can also send us a DM. If, for instance, there are specific topics or specific partnership insights that you would like for us to cover, feel free to send us a DM and we'll be ready to give it to you, okay? So thank you again for watching. Until we see you next time. Bye.